Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing a testing video. It is Saturday the 2nd of June, which means it is launch day for the Aldi makeup. I was super excited when I heard what was coming out. I'd seen it in the catalogue and it was going to be all sort of festival and glittery, and that's me to a T. So yeah, this is the finished look. We've got glitters, we've got face gems, lipstick, bronzer, highlighter, and then some mascara. So keep on watching and I'll give you my opinions on all the products. So as usual, I've done my brows and my base ready, but yeah, let's get all this on my face. We've literally got this big massive tub, and then we've got eyeshadow palettes, we've got face gems. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to do a festival look, just because there's lots of things like the glitters, we've got shimmers, things like that, so I think a festival look will look best. But yeah, let's just crack on. So first of all, these are the three palettes. So you've got at the top, you've got a more natural palette, then you've got a smoky eye palette, and then you've got a more red tone palette. So these are dupes for the Urban Decay palettes. So you've got Urban Decay Smoky, you've got Naked Heat, and you've got the, I think it's Naked 2. So what I'll do is I'll do some swatches of these and show you the insides, but I won't be using them today just because they don't really go with the festival look that I'm going for. All the other colours are bright, so it doesn't really go. So first up, I'll show you the Naturals 2 palette, which I believe is a Naked 2 dupe. That's what it looks like on the outside. It's like a tin. And then inside it comes with a brush that's got two ends to it. And then those are the shades. A very neutral palette, as you would expect, with it being a dupe for the Naked 2. I'll just do some swatches. I'll do a few matte and a few shimmers, just so that you've got a nice mixture. So these are the Naturals 2 swatches. I must say I'm surprised. So the shimmers are absolutely stunning, really, really good. The mattes aren't great. There's one here that you can barely see, but it might be my skin tone. There's one here. They are quite close to my skin tone, so that might be why. But the one that shocked me is this black. Now, for a cheap palette, I have not seen a black as that. I mean, it's not perfect. It's not, the blackest I've seen. But for a cheap palette, I normally don't even bother with the blacks because it's really hard to do a decent black, but that has shocked me. That is a really, really good black. So next up we have the Naturals Intense. So this is a dupe for the Urban Decay Naked Heat. I'll get this one out to show you. So again, it's in a tin. And they are stunning red shades, which is just like the Naked Heat. And again, I'll do a few swatches of each, a few shimmers, a few mattes. Okay, so here are the swatches, and I must say this palette, the shimmers are stunning. So you've got a shimmer here, you've got a matte. That's quite pale, so that's why it's not showing up. Shimmer again, look at that one. I honestly can't fault this palette. This palette looks amazing. Even the mattes, vibrant. The shimmers are stunning. So yeah, this one, if you were just going to pick one so far, I'd say go with this one. And then this is the final palette, and this is the dupe for the Naked Smoky. And again, it's in a tin. And this is what it looks like. It's really, really nice colours. Again, I'll do some swatches for you and show you what they look like. So again, these are the swatches, and again, the pigmentation on these is so good. I'm really, really impressed. So there's a smoky one. But yeah, really, really impressed with that one. I will, maybe later in the week or at some point next week, I'll do an eye look using these palettes. But I just want to try all the other products today because there's so many different festival products. For my eyes today, I'm going to be using some of these glitters and also some of these liquid eyeshadows, but I just need to start off and do sort of the rest of the eye, so I'll do that really quickly on double speed or triple speed, and then I'll come back to you and we will test these products. I'm going to use this palette here just to do my rest of my eyes, and then we'll come back and test the Aldi product. This is the first brush I'm using, and it is the Sigma E44 Firm Blending Brush. So I've done the tops of my eyes, so now I'm going to be using this Revolution Cut Crease Canvas, and I'm also going to be using my Cut Crease Brush from Sigma, and this is the E62 brush. As you can see, I've not cut it all the way, I've left it jagged at the edge, so I'm just going to blend out that edge, and that means you won't get a harsh line. So to blend out the edge, I'm using this Zoeva brush, and it is the concealer buffing brush in number 142. So now we're testing these Aldi products that we're here to test today. We've got a lovely green, we've got a lovely blue, we've got this purple, and we've got a gold. So these are what has inspired my pink. I'm going to go with this purple shade, but what I'll do is I'll test them all on my hand for you. I'll just show you them out of the packet. So it's like a doe foot applicator. These are the swatches of them. And I'm going to go in with this shade here. I'm going to use this brush here because it's quite flat, and I'm actually going to just take the colour off my hand and apply it to my eye, just because I want it to be more precise. I don't want to get it all over the place, and also because I don't want to get any sort of eyeshadow or concealer into the product. It's very wet at the moment, so I'm going to leave it to dry down. I'm going to do the other eye, and then I'll come back to you and I'll give you my verdict. It's hard to tell at the minute, just with it being rather wet, with it being a liquid. I can't tell whether it's going to dry down nicely or not. This is what we've got so far. I'm just thinking it's not really glittery enough for my liking. I don't dislike the liquid shadow, I just don't think it's festival enough, if that makes sense. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have a go with some of the glitters that we've got and see if I can pop them over the top and see if that does make it a little bit more festival. So we've got 2 packets, and they had 2 options available. So the bluey packets, you've got a turquoise, almost like an iridescent, and a sort of dark blue, and then the other colours we have a gold, another iridescent, and I think this is more of a goldy pinky colour. So we'll use the pink gold colour and then hope that that one kind of goes with this look. We'll use this colour. It also comes with an adhesive, so I'm just going to pop some adhesive on my lid. I'm just using a flat brush. I'm going to give it a quick spritz with some setting spray. It just helps the glitter stick to it, and then we're just going to apply it to my lid. That's definitely looking a lot more festival. I'm just going to do the other side to match. We're moving on to eyeliner now. We're just going to use this Kat Von D tattoo liner. And I'm just going to do a thinnish line. Just so that when I put eyelashes on, if they're not straight, it kind of hides that. And while I've got the tape on, I'm just going to do a wing because they're easy. When you've got tape, you just literally start where you want to start it, follow the tape down, and then just go slightly out. Like so. And it'll look better obviously once the tape's removed. So now eyeliner's done, I'm just going to remove the tape. And as you can see, there's a crisp edge, which I don't necessarily like. I like it because it controls where I put my eyeshadow, and I like it so that I can do a decent wing, but I prefer it to be a bit more sort of rounded at the edge, so I'm just going to go around it slightly just to sort of make it less harsh, and then I'm going to do under my eyes as well. Again, I'll do this fast because this isn't obviously using Aldi product. Let's move on to the face. So I've got two primers available. I have this one, which is the Lacura Snapshot Ready Illuminating Primer, and then they just have the Snapshot Ready one. Now the Snapshot Ready one says it's great for fine lines and pores, and the Illuminating one says that it's really good for hydrating. See, I have really dry skin, but I also have problem pore areas. I normally use an hydrating primer sort of across here and down sort of here, and then I use a pore primer around this area here. So I'm going to do the same thing that I would normally do. I'll use this pore primer around my nose and my cheeks, and then I'll use the hydrating one around the rest of my face, which is also illuminating. So I'm just going to dot a bit on because I'm not sure how much I'm going to need. I'll just put a bit on, and I can put more on if I need more. First impressions is it's very silicone-y. I'm not really keen even on pore primers being silicone-y. I do prefer a non-silicone pore primer. They do exist. So those are my problem areas that I always put pore stuff on. And then I will put the other primer on the rest of my face. So this is like white. Ooh, I dropped some on the floor. Let's see what this one's like. Oh, it does feel very moisturising. I think I might have put too much on. But it does feel extremely moisturising. Feels like a really nice face cream. And I can definitely see the luminosity on my forehead. I'm very dry, I'm not oily, so that shine is the primer. Just putting a bit more around my chin area because I didn't put enough there. It certainly feels nice on the skin. So I'm going to go ahead and do my concealer, and I have got that one from Aldi as well. I'm going to go ahead and do my concealer. Again, this is an Aldi product, and it's this new concealer, and I got the shade Creme, which was the lightest shade. There was only actually 3 shades available. This is what it looks like out of the packet. It is really smart packaging, I really like it. I'll see what the shade's like because I'm quite pale, and this is the palest shade they had. It's not bad, but it's not the best. I'll just swatch it next to my normal one on my hand. It's not far off. The one on the right is the Aldi one, and the one on the left is my normal colour I use for concealer. So it's not far off, but it's, you know, not as light as it could be. So I'm just going to blend this in with my concealer buffing brush. I'm using a different one to the one I used before because that's got pink on it, but it's the exact same brush. So just before I blend in this side, I just wanted to show you the difference. So it has got quite good coverage. So this is the side that's been concealed and this is the side that hasn't, and you can see I've got quite a lot of fine lines, I've got pigmentation, I've got freckles, and I don't mind obviously my freckles showing. I quite like my freckles, but it has mostly covered them, and it has mostly covered the dark circles, and it kind of made my fine lines look a bit less obvious, which is great. So yeah, I really like that concealer. It has worked really, really well, and it does feel really nice on the skin. It's not stinging or anything, and I do get allergic to some concealers. So I'm just going to put my foundation on and just see how this illuminating primer and the pore primer has done on my skin, to see if it's, you know, working well, better than normal, worse than normal. We'll have a go and see. The primer has made my foundation look really glowy, so I quite like that about it. I'm just going to powder and then we'll move on to the next step. But even through, you know, a thick layer of powder, you can still see that I'm shiny. It is a bit hot today, so don't know whether that's got something to do with it. But, I mean, in the flesh I don't look shiny, but with this ring light I do. So I'm guessing, you know, the illumination part of that primer is working well. So next up we have a bronzer. This one kind of looks like a dupe for the Benefit. It's not the same colour, but it's the same sort of packaging, because you've got the little brush inside like you do with Benefit, and it looks so similar. So I'll give this one a try and see what it looks like on my skin. They only had one shade of this. That's actually nice. It blends lovely, it's really nice. It's just, I don't know whether it's a bit dark. I am looking rather white on camera right now, but I think that's something to do with the ring light. What I'll do is I'll just quickly switch it off and just see if that helps at all. Okay, so this is how it looks without a ring light, and actually this is like using a daylight bulb and the light from the window, but it is quite a dull day. Doesn't look that bad. It's a little bit dark for me, but it doesn't look that bad, and it really did blend lovely. So if you're slightly darker than me, or a lot darker than me, it probably worked for you, because I am actually, for reference, porcelain. So next up we have highlighter. Before I do the highlighter though, I will just do blusher really, really quickly. But they didn't have any blusher, so it is just going to be an ordinary blusher. So next we have highlighter. Again, it's in a similar packaging. So again, it looks like a Benefit product. And again, you get your brush. And it looks like this. So it's quite a sort of golden or a champagne highlight. It's really, really pretty. We'll see how it goes on the skin. I'm just going to spritz some setting spray on just to see if that will help. Quite often that makes your highlight pop. Just using my trusty Zoeva Luxe Powder Fusion Brush 134. This looks so pretty. It's very gold on the skin, but like a light gold, like it suits pale skin. Probably champagne coloured. Oh yeah, look at that glow. That is a stunning, stunning highlighter. I love that. Nearly there. So mascara next. This is the Too Legit mascara, which is a dupe for the Benefit They're Real. You can see what they did with the name there. So I'm just going to apply this and I'll let you know what I think of it. Okay, so I've just applied mascara to one eye so you can see the difference. If you look at my bottom lashes, you can see the absolute difference there. My top eyelashes aren't really showing up because of the glitter. I think it's a, you know, a really good mascara. I'd say it's as good as the Benefit version. Yeah, but after a couple of coats, it's looking lovely and long. So next we have lipsticks, and they have gorgeous, gorgeous packaging. So I just picked up two, just because the other one was red, and red's not my colour. I'll just swatch these for you quickly, and then I can decide which one I fancy wearing today. The first one is this dark nude shade. The second one is that pink shade. Just because of the colour I've gone for on my eyes, I'm going to go for the pink shade today. It feels really nice and creamy. This is the lipstick. It is kind of matte, but it feels soft and it feels moisturising. It doesn't feel dry at all. It feels like you've got like almost like a lip balm on your lips, but I really like it. And then finally we have these gorgeous gems. And we have these. I think I'm going to go with the pink of it. Oh, no, I'm going to go with these. So I'll pop these on and then we'll see the overall look. So this is the finished look. I do think that, you know, Aldi has really pulled it out of the bag. I really like the face gems. They are coming off a little bit, but generally you should probably use a bit more glue with them, and I've just used the self-adhesiveness. I did move them slightly as well, so they've probably lost some of their glue. But yeah, I loved the highlighter. Now I've got used to the bronzer. I really like that. And the glitter on my eyes is so pretty. Really, really pretty. It looks gorgeous. I wasn't massively impressed with the liquid eyeshadow. However, I did pick a sort of pale colour. So I don't know what I was expecting, if you know what I mean. The lipstick I love. It kind of has a slight matte finish, but it's also, it feels a bit like you're wearing lip balm, so it's really moisturising and it really goes with my eye look. What else did we try? The mascara. The mascara was fine. It's not my type of mascara because as I mentioned earlier, I need a curl, but it's not a bad mascara. If you like the Benefit They're Real mascara, then I'm sure you'll enjoy that one as well. But yeah, I've really liked all of the products. There's not been a bad product amongst them, just some have been better than others. The eyeshadow swatched really well. I'll do another video in the next couple of weeks just testing those eyeshadow palettes, because I really wanted to sort of use all the face gems and things like that in this video, and it wouldn't have gone because they weren't the right shades. Yeah, I've just like sweated this one off, so I do recommend that you use some sort of glue, probably like eyelash glue would do the job, just because it's stuck to my foundation, and then obviously my foundation isn't my skin, if you know what I mean. They'd probably stick to bare skin, but with all the foundation and powder and makeup on there, it stuck to that, and then obviously it's peeled off, so this one's coming off now as well. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. As I mentioned earlier, I also bought all their skincare products, so I will be doing another video about that. I just didn't want this one to be too long. Again, I will link that in the description below because I'll be doing it straight after this one. But yeah, thank you for watching. See you soon. Bye.